Good morning, good morning, good morning, folks. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I am your host, Tiffany Daniels, and yes, folks, I am Sans Makeup. Why am I in Sans Makeup? Because after yesterday's shot, I feel like utter crap. You know, the aching all over the place, in particular, where I got the shot in my left arm, to where if I do anything other more than this right here, it freaking hurts. Freaking hurts. Which I was told to expect that. I'm not all too surprised. But I'm not going to be trying to, use do makeup, which for me at least, I need at least two good hands to do. Well, I'm having shooting pains in my arm. That's not my idea of a good time. But anyways, I babble. Obviously, I'm not awake. Obviously, I have a severe case of fog brain. So, let's get into the usual. First of all, Merry not stupid o'clock to one and all. We are still on vacation. And yes, even though I feel like crap because of the news that dropped this morning, I will be doing more than one video today. After which, if you guys don't see me on social media much, except on YouTube, on other people's channels, don't be surprised. This is going to be a major couch day. But moving on, you will find the link to the train wreck here of a report right there in the description box, as well as the other pertinent links to the Stop the Shock campaign, including Autistic Hoya's massive archive on the subject, the templates built so that all you have to do is put in your name and click on your senator that are being sent to our U.S. senators of our region to stop adversive treatments and improper restraints in schools, and also the other present change.org Shut the Judge Rotenberg Center Down petition. I think the kitty's going to knock the blind down again. I don't even have money right now. I won't till Thursday, but I'll put money on it. Sorry, I got distracted. Did I mention I have fog brain this morning? Okay, folks. So when we are talking about the JRC, you're going to have vivid descriptions of, as well as sometimes see surveillance camera footage clips of people with disabilities being tortured and abused. If you have young children present, please use your headphones. Also, folks, obviously, I'm in massive fog brain right now. I am barely coherent, and I'm actually shocked that I can form full sentences, even if they are babbling on and on and on and on and on. So if I stumble over any words, space out randomly, or just yell a random fuck in the middle of today's video on the JRC, my apologies in advance. And I'm sorry today's opening was a little bit longer than usual. So, time to square our shoulders. I have to do it gently. God, it hurts. And we are getting ready to descend into some stupid, because God forbid this judge talk about anything but goddamn paperwork. Recording. See? Told ya. Recording sheets. Recording sheets detailing the student's program description, including latency, self-care, rewards, program changes, staff requirements, status level, and dietary requirements are kept for each student. This takes me back to Anna's story and their idea of self-care. Explain to me how someone is supposed to do proper self-care when they have to deal with somebody literally standing outside the shower, making sure they do it Right. And the judge doesn't find this disturbing. Would you like someone to watch you while you're in the shower because they don't think you are washing properly, Judge? I know a lot of people that are outside of the school that don't do proper self care. Funny, I don't see the government stepping in and making sure that somebody watches them while they shower. Just saying. The sheets also contain a daily log that must be signed by each supervisor. On the recording sheet, the direct care staff must report all phone calls made to or from the student, any GED applications, dear God, here we go again, restraints, any inappropriate behaviors exhibited by the student, and the time that such behavior was observed. Oh, yes, because God forbid you all miss a single moment where you can torture these kids. I'm sorry, I didn't have time to torture the student. Could you do it for me? Ugh. Any positive behaviors exhibited by the student and whether she or he was on contract, meals eaten, and searches performed on the student. Oh, for God's sake. You mean positive behaviors such as acting so traumatized that they are completely robotic? You mean that? Probably. And even when they're robotic and do whatever it is you tell them to do, you shock them anyways, so. On the recording sheets, the direct care staff must report all phone calls made to or from the student. Oh, I think I already just read that, sorry. The direct care staff that were interviewed reported that the recording sheets take some time, several months, to become familiar with because they are highly detailed. Oh, for fuck's sake. In other words, you're complaining more about the paperwork than you are about the fact that you have to torture people. Each recording sheet is unique to the student. The staff recognized the importance of filling out these sheets, but reported that this responsibility can be difficult when there is a crisis during a shift. Oh, Jesus Christ. Swear to God, it's like watching Office Space. Didn't you get the memo? Fuck's sake. Judge, when you're dealing with a situation like the August 26, 2007 incident, I highly think that the proper paperwork should be your first concern. Perhaps the safety of the damn students should be your top priority. Oh, but no, we're not real people, right? We need to be controlled. God, I hate people. A special education teacher reported that she has memorized the behaviors and consequences listed in her students' recording sheets from spending so much time with the same students every day. I'm sure you did. Roving monitors who visit residences randomly will review the recording sheets at each residence to ensure they are being completed correctly. For the love of God, Judge! What is this obsession with paperwork? Again, this guy is under this false idea that just if only the proper paperwork had been done by the shift leaving, and that the people that were coming into the shift had just read the paperwork, then the incident of August 26, 2007 would have never happened. Bullshit, Judge. Bullshit. The fact of the matter is, by your own words, no less, they did read the reports. They noted that there was no mention whatsoever about so-called behaviors out of either of the two students that were shocked over 71 times that night. They did it anyway. Now, Judge, why would they ignore the paperwork you deem so important and go ahead and shock the students anyway? Why? because that's what they're trained to do. To even ignore things like paperwork if they receive a direct order, especially if it's coming from the DVR monitoring area. Why didn't they question it in spite of reading the paperwork, Judge? Perhaps you should think on that. Perhaps you should think on that. Reports will not do anything to protect these kids. For the love of God, get that out of your head. Those students would have probably been shocked anyway, but there would have been another reason or coloring to have done it. And why do I say this? Look at the court case of Andre McCollins and what all came out about that incident. Alright. Moving on, notifications. In the event of a serious injury or death of a student, criminal activity, or other serious incident affecting the well-being of any student, JRC will immediately notify the parents, sending the school district any state agency involved in student care or program placement, and the Massachusetts Department of Elementary and Secondary Education in case of death. JRC will also notify DPC and law enforcement. Bullshit. Bullshit. Because there are 6 dead students that beg to differ. 6 dead students that you have gotten away with. Okay? 6 students are dead, folks, because of this school. And I am supposed to believe that they notify all the proper authorities. These people are known for destroying evidence, for the love of God. You, Judge, you in particular, know this. You were brought in specifically because Matthew Israel was caught trying to destroy evidence. And yet you're just going to keep taking their word? And this idea, well, we'll immediately notify the parents. Interesting. Did you notify Cheryl McCollins? How about Jennifer Masumba's parents? What about Anna's parents? Really? Bullshit. And I'm sorry, folks, but we got the paperwork to prove it. Injury, illness. Staff must notify a member of the monitoring department and complete an incident report. Monitoring will notify nursing, student services, the student's case manager, and clinician. The nurse will notify the parent, guardian, or DDS if more than first aid is administered. If a staff member is injured, the injury coordinator or a member of HR, as well as the member of the monitoring department, must be notified. Staff must also complete an incident report and injury report. Oh, God forbid we actually get a little some of our own back. God. Emergencies. Well, actually, folks, to be honest, I still got a few more of these to do, and as you can tell, I am obviously not quite myself this morning, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off for this one. We don't get very many views on this channel, especially on this subject. The few that we do tend to get removed from time to time, so folks, please don't forget to hit that like button. Hit subscribe. Don't forget to hit the comments. I do appreciate your time this morning, and as always, we here at Spilling Tea hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.